Hello everyone, my name is Dark Hero and welcome back to Monster Hunter Wilds. Today we're going to be talking about one of the simplest yet most satisfying weapons in the entire game, and that is the hammer. And the hammer's actually got a decent amount of changes, so on top of being the KO king of Monster Hunter, you now have the ability to actually parry incoming attacks with your hammer, which is very nice. Not to mention that you now have one of the most satisfying moves in the entire game. So in today's video I'm going to be showcasing the hammer, how you play it, what are the differences between Wild's hammer and the older one, so that you can enjoy this weapon to the fullest, or if you are not a hammer user, maybe I can convince you to give it a try. With that being said, hello everyone, my name is Dark Hero and let's get started. Now in case you aren't aware, the hammer is a weapon that is very much all about charging up and then dealing more damage. So the way in which you charge your hammer is by pressing the R2 button, the right trigger. And as you can see, there are different states of the hammer being charged, and each state is going to alter the attacks that you do. So if I charge it once and let go, I get the charged side blow. If I let it charge for a little bit, I will get the upswing, which is this attack right here. That is a little bit of a gap closer, like so. And if I charge all the way, I'm going to get the big bang, which is this attack right here with a big wind up. However, naturally, that is not all that the hammer can do. You can do a lot more things. You have your triangle or left click attacks, which is the overhead smash if you're not moving, which is this one right here, that you can then go into another overhead smash into an upswing. If you are moving, however, you're going to get the side smash, which also goes into the overhead smash and then finally into the upswing. And this upswing that you get at the end of the combo is also the same one as the one that you get from charging up to level 2 with the R2 button, and both of these count as an offset attack, meaning that if they clash together with a monster's attacks, you're actually going to parry them and you're going to send them back, and you can then follow up with a more powerful attack. So when I was talking about the counter for the hammer, it's actually these two moves right here. That can be a little bit tricky to pull off in a lot of instances, so you definitely need to not play it reactively. You need to predict what the monster is doing so that you can have the appropriate level of charge to then use this. Although sometimes you can get a lucky parry with the final hit of the overhead smash combo. Now your circle attack is the big bang attack, which is a classic of the hammer, where you just bang your hammer up against the monster's head, dealing a ton of damage. And this is going to be one of the best things for you to do whenever the monster is KO'd, to deal a lot of damage. However, once you finish this big bang combo, as well as many other combos with the hammer, you can then follow up by using the spinning bludgeon by pressing triangle and circle at the same time, and your hunter will be doing all of these spin attacks at the end. And this spinning bludgeon, as you are about to see, you can actually freely move around while doing this. You don't have to be stuck in the same place. And if you press the triangle button before it actually finishes, you'll be able to get off that upswing at the end. That again is also going to count as an offset attack. But if you don't let go of the button, you're going to end up losing the combo like I did just there. The second way in which you can go into the spinning bludgeon is just by doing the charged with a hammer, going all the way up until the end and then letting go. And then you can follow up with the spinning bludgeon. And if you want to, you can finish it earlier again by pressing triangle. And if you pay attention to my top right side of the screen, a lot of these attacks can really be followed up into the spinning bludgeon. Like, just doing one triangle attack can allow you to go into the spinning bludgeon, so you always have this very reliable option to deal damage while also evading attacks if you feel like that is a good idea. However, when it comes to mobility, there's really nothing better than this right here. While you are charging your hammer, you're able to use as long as you have stamina, because while you are charging your hammer, you're going to be losing stamina. Use the charge step, which as you can see allows you to dash a little bit by pressing the circle button again while holding the right trigger. This is a great way to dodge while also allowing you to level up the level of your hammer, of your charge level. And as you might have seen from some of the gameplay in my intro, this is pretty much everything that I do with the hammer most of the time. I'm always charging up and using my circle to dodge out of the way of incoming attacks. And this extra mobility will not only allow you to dodge incoming attacks, but will also ensure that you're able to nail the enemy's head, because that's where you want to be with the hammer. You want to always make sure that you are attacking the monster's head, because the hammer deals blunt damage and you want to stun the monsters to KO them. Now, while you are at the final level of the charge with the hammer, there is one brand new move that was introduced in Wilds that is very powerful and what I believe to be one of the most satisfying moves in the entire game, and that is the mighty charge. So while you are holding the R2 and are at the final level of charge for the hammer, you press triangle and circle, and you can now let go of triangle and circle, and while you are holding the R2 button, you can hold this for as much as you want, again provided that you have stamina, and when you let go you're going to get this very satisfying attack that's going to deal tons of damage, and you can follow up immediately after with the spinning bludgeon. dealing a ton of damage in that combo. So depending on the situation, if you know that a monster is not going to move and you have plenty of time to be able to charge one of these, because yes, you do need to charge it to deal the extra damage, then go for this one right here, the Mighty Charge Slam. But if you aren't sure if that's the case, then in most cases I would prefer going for the very simple Charged Big Bang into the Spinning Bludgeon, like so. And if you know that for a fact the monster is going to be down on the floor for a very long time, you can always go for the Big Bang combo, like so. And before you hit the final hit, you can actually go into the Mighty Charge to do the Mighty Charge Slam, and then into the Spinning Bludgeon. And this is what I believe to be the best combo with the hammer. I haven't accurately tested and compared all of the numbers, but this is the one that I believe to be the very best. But again, you have to make sure that the monster is not moving, because if you end up missing any attack of the Big Bang combo, you actually stop the combo right there, and it takes a long time to be able to move again. Of course, you can always dodge out of the way like this, but it has some big recovery frames and you're going to be very vulnerable if you end up missing this, which is also why I would recommend everyone playing hammer to be in focus mode while doing most of the attacks, if not outright using the focus mode as a toggle, which I have been doing for some time now, to make sure that you can nail every single hit in the monster's head, because if they are not on the ground, they're going to be moving their head a little bit from side to side, and you want to make sure that you nail that hit to deal as much damage as possible. Now there's a couple more things about the hammer that I want to showcase to you guys that I can't exactly show it here against the barrel, so allow me to change to my other character. So here we have this Chadacabra that is going to serve as our training dummy, so that I can showcase some things to you guys. Let's start this off by using a sneak attack right here, and again going to charge the hammer right away, going into a Mighty Charge, into a Spinning Bludgeon, and again you can use this extra movement to dodge out of the way of some attacks. And what I just noticed is that it seems you can go straight into the Mighty Charge after the Spinning Bludgeon, so that's pretty crazy if it works like that. I actually didn't test that before. Boom, like that, into the floor he goes. Now we're going to go into the Big Bang combo. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then into the Mighty Charge. Charge it all the way. Into a Spinning Bludgeon. We couldn't follow up right away with the big finisher, with a Mighty Charge. Now something that I did not show you before was the focus strike for the hammer, so let's see if I can show it here. So as you can see, there is a wound right there whenever he does that. This is the focus strike for the hammer, and it allows you to immediately follow up by using the Mighty Charge. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, into the Spinning Bludgeon, and you can really see that this is the gameplay loop for the hammer, all about causing KOs, destroying monster parts, and overall being a menace. Now let's see if I can showcase the upswing here. The timing is a little bit tricky, because if it takes you too long, you get into the level 3 for the hammer. Oh, that's another wound. I missed it. The Chadacabra gets a wound whenever he does that big tongue attack, so you can take advantage of that. I was a bit too quick there. And down into the ground he goes, so again, Big Bang combo, to the 4th, to the 5th, and before you hit the 5th, you go into the Mighty Charge for the big damage, into the Spinning Bludgeon. Look at all that damage, look at all the KO. Oh, there was an opening there for the Mighty Charge, I just noticed. Oh, get a big wound here, nice. Let's go into the Mighty Charge. Boom. Don't go anywhere. Into the Spinning Bludgeon. Like so. And then into another Mighty Charge. Perfect. I actually had no idea you can combo these together. That's insane, actually. Well, that is definitely the best combo for the hammer. Now, I have not been able to showcase a counter yet with the upswing, because the timing is very tricky. If you are too fast with the timing, you're only going to get a level 1 off, but if you are too slow, you're going to get to max level. So, oh, why the hell did you open a wound there? Is it just because you're tired? Well, don't mind if I... Why is it not working? Hello? I don't know why that didn't consume the wound, but we're gonna go for the one in the butt first. Into the Mighty Swing, into the Spinning Bludgeon, and into another Mighty Charge. Oh, I messed up the timing. But yeah, he's about to die and I haven't gotten a single upswing counter off. And that's kind of the thing that I dislike the most about the hammer in this game, is that, yeah, you do get a counter, but it's so difficult to get off. The only times I've been able to get it is by accident. Because, for example, the Switch Axe or the Greatsword, you can actually time those very easily. But that's not the case with the hammer. You do need to be very careful with the timings for this weapon. See, right there I got it off, but it was kind of an accident. But you can follow up after that by going into a Mighty Charge to get the upswing off, which is amazing, of course. You definitely want to use that as much as you can. But again, the timing is just very tricky because it's the end of the combo, this hit right there, or whenever you do this. Actually, let's see if I can get a mount here so I can show you what the mount does for the hammer. There you go. I love the way mounting works in this game. I haven't really spoken about it at length, but I really enjoy the mounting system in this game. It's so fun. Much more engaging than before. But here we go. Big swings. Boom! And we finish him off with that animation. Awesome stuff. Dude, I love the hammer in this game. But hopefully I was able to showcase the hammer to you guys and you learned something new here. As I said, the weapon is very satisfying to use and it's one of my favorite recommendations for a new player because it is so simple to use and everybody loves having a hammer player on their party. But hopefully you have enjoyed this one and let me know which weapon I should cover next. With that being said, my name is Dark Hero, thank you all so much for watching and as always, happy hunting!